Tomb of Mrs. Hoang Thi Loan, mother of President Ho Chi Minh. The tomb of Mrs. Hoang Thi Loan, 1868 to 1901, is located on Dong Tranh Mountain, in Nam Giang Commune, Nam Dan District, in Nghe An Province. The day we returned to the mountain to offer incense in memory of Uncle Ho's mother. The sun was scorching hot, but thousands of people from all over the place made a respectful pilgrimage here. From the top of the mountain where Hoang Thi Loan's grave is located, looking out to the southwest, in the distance is Thien Nhan mountain range. Next to Kim Lien village, Uncle Ho's paternal hometown, Chua village, his maternal hometown, with Chung mountain still bearing the mark of his childhood. Further away is Lam River flowing like a white thread across the sky, imprinting on the water a land of geomantic people, with the names of Phan Dinh Phung, Phan Boi Chau and later generations Tran Phu, Pham Hong Thai, Hong Phong, Huy Tap, Nguyen Thi Minh Khai, and many other revolutionary predecessors. From the foot of Dong Tranh Mountain, following the path up is Hoang Thi Loan's grave on the left. On the same side is Ha Thi Hai's grave, Uncle Ho's grandmother, which has also been recently restored. Hoang Thi Loan's grave has 269 steps. The number 69 is the year Uncle Ho died, 1969. The path down on the right of the grave has 242 steps. The number 42 is the year Mr. Kiem brought his mother's remains here, 1942. In front of the tomb, there are 33 steps leading down to the stele yard, corresponding to the number 33, her age. Above the tomb is a stylized flower trellis in the shape of a loom. 2 clusters of bougainvillea trees shade her tomb, which were taken from Hue, where she died, and the tomb of Mr. Nguyen Thi Sak in Dong Thap. The crevice in front of the tomb is planted with many precious trees from many regions of the country. The tomb of Mrs. Hoang Thi Loan is kept in its original form, covered on the outside with solid granite and marble. The upper part of the tomb is built in the shape of a stylized loom, recalling the hard life of weaving to support her husband and children during her lifetime. Behind the tomb is a white stone relief depicting the noble and pure lotus petals of her hometown, which is also a symbol of her life and personality. During her lifetime, Mrs. Hoang Thi Loan devoted herself to her husband and children. After her husband, Nguyen Thi Sak, went to Hue to take the imperial examination, she and her husband carried their 2 sons on foot to the capital to help him study, and reluctantly sent their eldest daughter, Nguyen Thi Than, to Nghe An to help take care of her grandparents, Hoang Xuyen Duong. In Hue, she worked hard weaving, exhausting herself to support the whole family. After giving birth to her 4th son, Nguyen Thi Minh, due to the previous hardships, Hoang Thi Loan fell ill and passed away in 1901 while her husband and son, Nguyen Thi Kiem, were in Than Hoa. In Hue at that time, only Nguyen Tat Than, 11 years old, stood up to lead the funeral with the villagers to bury her mother when Tet was approaching. In 1922, her remains were brought back by her eldest daughter, Nguyen Thi Than, to be buried in her garden in Lang Senator Kim Lien Commune, Nam Dan, Nghe An. In late 1941, after being released from the French colonial prison, Mr. Nguyen Thi Kiem traveled all over his hometown of Nam Dan to find a place with beautiful scenery to rebury his mother's remains, and chose a location on Dong Tranh Mountain in Dai Hue Range, in Hu Biet village, now Nam Giang Commune, Nam Dan District, in Nghe An Province. For many reasons, Mr. Kiem had 9 graves dug on Dong Tranh Mountain and secretly placed his mother's body there. In November 1946, after meeting President Ho Chi Minh in Hanoi, Mr. Nguyen Thi Kiem showed his relatives the exact location of Hoang Thi Loan's grave.